In line with our challenge to judges and magistrates yesterday with regards to mediation is concerned, we'd also like to issue a challenge to the Department of Justice, the public prosecutor, the public protector who somehow has got themselves involved in the matter as well as the Family Advocate's Office in regards to maintenance. Let us be very clear. Do fathers have a responsibility to maintain their children post-divorce or separation? Yes, absolutely, within the confines of their earning capacity. There is a high degree of abasi in regards to maintenance, and it's a bi-directional situation, okay? And we are in agreement with the Department of Justice on this matter, where the father has it within his financial wherewithal to pay maintenance and to maintain the children, and has absconded from his responsibilities in that regard, well then that is on him, and it is up to the Department of Justice to bring the necessary corrective action in that regard. The issue that we have as Fathers for Justice South Africa is that maintenance specifically is used as a tool by, through, in which fathers' constitutional, legal, and financial rights are obliterated. So, do we agree that maintenance is the responsibility of the father? Yes. And equally so, it is the mother's responsibility. So, we are saying, and we are reaching out to the Department of Justice, the Family Advocate's Office, judges and magistrates. We are prepared to work with you. And that has been our standpoint since the early 2000s. Now that we've addressed that, we are prepared to work with you. We want to work with you because it is only right. The issue that we have is that the Department of Justice, judges, magistrates, the public protector, the Family Advocate Office are very quick to throw fathers under the bus and say, look at all these bad fathers, while doing nothing about those mothers that contravene contact and care orders. We have stated categorically way back in the early 2000s, we will work with you, the Department of Justice, etc., on one condition. It's the only criteria. On one condition, that you apply the same level-handedness against mothers that think it's a bloody joke to remove the children and deny fathers' rights of contact. So, if you are serious about the maintenance issue, which you clearly are, then may I strongly suggest that you get serious about the contact issue. Mothers in the current format act as if they are above the Constitution, they are above the Children's Act, and that they are a superior parent. Yet, the state president, Department of Justice, the Family Advocate's Office, lawyers, judges, and magistrates, and society at large want to criticize all fathers. Our standpoint is very, very clear. If you had the child with that person, you should raise the child with that person. If you did not see yourself raising a child with that particular individual, you should not have had a child with him. And we are talking to fathers directly about this. They've got to start protecting themselves from a reproductive point of view. They've got to start protecting themselves so that they don't land up in this nonsense. And they've got to start protecting their legal and financial rights insofar as the way the current system is designed specifically to obliterate fathers. Our challenge to the Department of Justice, Family Advocate's Office, etc., is that we want to work with you on one condition. You apply the same level-handedness against those mothers that frustrate contact and care of the child between the father and the child. I believe this is a very, very fair thing. And yes, you're going to come out and hey, contact doesn't equal maintenance, maintenance doesn't equal contact. Yes, we know that. But then shut up about fathers that walk away from their children because they have spent 5 million rand. The record that we have had in the last 2 years of a father trying to gain contact with his children is 20 million rand. Still no contact. We are currently busy with a member. Since 2016, he's been denied contact. 7 lawyers, 10 million rand. If the father is guilty of inappropriate behavior, etc., and I can't use the specific words because I'll be cancelled, but you get the point, then prosecute him for it. The fact of the matter is that all the judges and magistrates that have handled his case to date have not found any grounds for him to not have contact and care of his children. We are not looking to reverse the damage that has been done by the Department of Justice and the Family Advocate's Office, etc., etc., insofar as deliberately removing fathers out of fathers' lives. We are saying we want it equal, we want it fair. And I want to be very clear with you. We are available to discuss this. We want to find a solution. We want to work with you. And inasmuch I and many, many members, including our past chairman, Dr. Stephen Pretorius, have attempted to reach out to you guys. We've spoken to the public prosecutor, the public protector. We have sent communication to the state president and through the Department of Justice, the Family Advocate's Office, the Center for Gender Equality, the Human Rights Commission. Who haven't I mentioned? The Law Reform Commission, Public Protector, Public Prosecutor. No, we'll get back to you. We have spoken, we have submitted, we have presented to portfolio committees at the Department of Social Development. I have responded in my own personal capacity as well as that of Fathers for Justice insofar as maintenance concerned. Nobody gets back to us. So I want to be very clear with the Department of Justice. We want to work with you. Okay, on the clear understanding and clear condition that you will pursue mothers that deliberately under court order deny fathers' rights of contact. We will work with you to find a solution for our children. But I want to be very clear with you. We are now at the point as fathers, Fathers for Justice and fathers' rights movements. Fathers are not the problem any longer. We have been screaming from the rooftops. Many fathers' rights organizations presented to the Department of Social Development around the changes that were so desperately needed. Fathers across the country presented their issues and their problems that they are having around contact and care and maintenance. Talking to the brick wall would have been far more beneficial. I want to be very, very clear with the Department of Justice, the Department of Social Development, the Family Advocate's Office. You have refused to engage us at an adult professional level. I have repeatedly offered our assistance as Fathers for Justice to the Department of Social Development. The combined expertise that Fathers for Justice has within its team is close on 75 years. We've only been operational for 22. So do not come and complain about absent fathers. Do we acknowledge that there is a problem with absentee fathers? Yes, we do. They sit at about 6 or 7% of the total population. You can go and see the other videos around how we get to the figures that we do. Is there a problem around fathers paying maintenance? Yes, there is. It is exacerbated by a collapsed education system in South Africa, further collapsed by a new bill that is just going to drive our education into a wasteland, We have an economic system in South Africa that is collapsing around us as we speak. So do fathers have a responsibility from a financial point of view to their children? Yes, they do. But equally, those fathers are entitled, as the mothers are, to daily physical, emotional, contact care, guardianship, and maintenance of their children. We are ready to work with you, but until such time as that you are prepared to take an adult stance on us and engage us at an adult level, as parents, fathers are simply not the problem any longer. We have spoken. You are deliberately not listening to us. You are maliciously not listening to us. And then you want to complain about all these absent fathers. We are simply not the problem. We have acknowledged that there are issues. We have engaged. Where talking to a brick wall would have garnered far better results. So you can't complain about fathers. Don't you dare complain about fathers any longer. We acknowledge that there are issues. We want to engage you. We have reached out on numerous times. I'm still waiting for the new minister and deputy minister from the Department of Social Development to even acknowledge the receipt of our request to meet with him. I am still waiting for the portfolio committee from the Department of Social Development to respond back to us. I am still waiting for the public prosecutor and public protector to acknowledge our correspondence with them. So where does the problem lie? We are saying to you there is a problem, we want to help you fix it, and you are ignoring us. Very simply put, the challenge is out to the Department of Justice, the public prosecutor, the public protector, the Family Advocate's Office, and the Department of Social Development, to name a few, to reach out to us. It's now incumbent on you to reach out to us, because fathers are simply not the problem any longer. For those parents that are having issues, there's the email, there's the website. Our contact details are also in the response below or the comments below. Please reach out to us. I love you all.